Welcome to this CCMTP overview of the WebApp system presented by the UIC College of Nursing. By the end of this session, participants will be able to understand the purpose of the WebApp, understand key features related to the WebApp, and locate resources. Please note that the WebApp has ongoing updates, so the images provided during this presentation may differ slightly from those you encounter while using the WebApp. Also, screenshots are provided using the WebApp training site, which does not include PHI for the purposes of training. WebApp processes, policy P0.02. The WebApp is an online data management system developed by Caspio in partnership with the UIC College of Nursing and IDHS. The purpose of the WebApp is to obtain needed information for reporting, management, quality, and clinical review processes. This includes reporting related to consent decree compliance and implementation plans. Prime agencies are responsible for reporting employee changes to the UIC-CON WebApp team. Users are responsible for documenting and maintaining their user profiles. Prime agencies are also responsible for reviewing the prime agency data in the WebApp and reporting inaccuracies to the UIC-CON data team via policy P0.07, Information Management, Data Management, and Data Compliance Liaison. Each WebApp user must have their own login and password that should not be shared. To request a new user login, visit the Colbert-Williams training website at colbert-williams.nursing.uic.edu/training/. On the website, select the WebApp Resources tab from the main menu. Once in the WebApp Resources tab, select New Staff Request Access WebApp Application. This will bring up a fillable form. A portion is shown here. Complete the entire form and submit. A UIC-CON contact person is listed at the bottom of the form. On occasion, the automatic email sent from the WebApp to new users goes to spam folders or are filtered by an agency firewall. If you do not receive a prompt to complete your WebApp account within 1 business day of submitting your request, check your spam and junk folders. Then contact the staff person identified on the new user request form. Users no longer active in the CCMTP must have their WebApp access deactivated. If a staff changes employers but remains engaged in the program, a new login is needed. Please notify UIC within 1 business day of staff's departure so their access can be removed. As part of the development process, Caspio provides a staging site. New features and changes are tested here first before they are deployed to the production site. A sample login for the staging site is provided for each user role on the homepage. CCMTP staff are welcome to explore the staging site if desired. Information entered into the staging site should never include PHI. To log into the WebApp, users must access the website at colbert-williams-uic.com/app/. From there, users will use their unique login to access and enter information. This link is also accessible from the WebApp Resources page on the Colbert-Williams training website. The WebApp is designed on a HIPAA-compliant platform. When you log in, you will land on the class member index or search page. Once logged in, users can easily return to the home page at any time by clicking on the UIC-CON icon in the upper left-hand corner of the page. The WebApp system is based on database tables that the users on the WebApp do not see. The information you enter goes into these tables, Connecting these tables are a series of common IDs. These ID numbers are very useful for communicating about members and cases without disclosing any PHI. Each member has a unique ID, the member ID, and each member can have multiple cases over time, but only one case can be active. Additionally, each case can contain one or more service plans, review requests, and reportable incidents, and all these have their own IDs as well. The most useful ones to know are the member ID and case ID. Across the top of the page, there is a menu with 9 different features: members, users, nursing facilities, cases, cases for review, reports, library, user profile, and settings. We will discuss these features in more detail. Within many pages where there are filters and results, such as members, cases, and cases for review, headers are provided over the results. Clicking headers will allow users to filter in ascending or descending order of the column selected. The user can determine which column is being sorted by the triangle to the right of the header name. The first header, Members, is the member search page. This is where users are first directed after logging in. The default display is a list of unfiltered all-class members. Users may use as many filters as needed to locate the targeted class member. To locate a member, enter the search component such as RIN or last name and click on Filter to view the results. Sometimes using the first 3 letters of the first and last name may be enough information to locate a member. Class members with common names may require more fields to locate than one with a unique name, such as a name and RIN. Remember, less filters will get you more results to view. We try to ensure that there is only one record for each unique class member, but keep in mind that the class member details can be incorrect. For example, the RIN could be incorrect or the name could be misspelled. If you notice errors, notify UIC-CON so this can be investigated. If the class member you are working with is not in the system, click the plus Request for a New Member button located under the Filter feature on the member homepage. Additional features are accessible through the class member's search page once a member is found along the right side. The nursing facilities link lists the current and past nursing facilities assigned to the class member. Cases provides a link to the member's cases page. Details links the user to the class member's details page. Not all details are available if the user is read-only for the member. Clicking on Nursing Facilities from the navigation bar will display the nursing facilities attached to the user's Prime. Clicking on Prime List provides a list of Prime agencies that have been associated with that facility, as well as the main Prime. The Cases page displays the cases of all class members. It is the same as the Cases button found on the class members page. Like the member page, cases can be filtered to find a specific case. If you are entering the Cases page from the members page, the cases listed will be filtered to the specific class member. On the Cases page, a new case can only be started if there are no active cases. The status of previous cases can be seen on the left-hand column. In addition, only one case should be added per calendar month. Cases for Review brings the user to the UIC-CON clinical and quality reviews. The Cases for Review has 2 submenus, Review Requests and Quality Reviews. The Review Requests section includes CAS reviews, reportable incidents, case reviews, case consultations, and any cases flagged for clinical review by admin request. Quality reviews include service plan reviews, past outcomes from recommended and not recommended proficiency reviews, and not recommended outcome reviews. Review requests and quality reviews have similar pages. Users can search for reviews, apply filters to search, and sort the results by clicking on the result headers. Sections of results can be minimized or expanded by clicking on the minus or plus symbol. In this example, you can minimize this section with no review dates. The review type and individual who requested the review are presented. In most cases, the requester and the request date are triggered by other activities within the web app, such as a submission of an incident report. Completion status of the request is also listed. Links to the member page and case are provided within the review request. Clicking on these links will bring you directly to that page. You can also right-click to open the link in a new tab or a new window. Clicking on Details will bring you to the review itself. The Reports page gives Prime users various reports, including those that give the status of web app requests submitted. This includes all transitions, Prime change requests, new member requests, and facility change notice requests. The Prime pipeline is an example of a report that is available for Primes to download. This list may not be all-inclusive, as new reports are added to this section in the web app often. The library contains CCMTP documents that are not built into the web app, for example, all CCMTP policies and many CCMTP forms. These documents can be downloaded. Each user must maintain their own profile within the web app. It is the program's policy that profiles are kept up to date for qualified professional reporting. Click on your username, upper right-hand corner, when logged into the web app. Update your primary and secondary information and save with the Update button. Settings provides the option to log out. Web app users will be logged out automatically after a 45-minute period of inactivity. Selecting Settings also gives users the ability to switch back and forth between the current and previous versions of the web app. Prime staff can request a class member be added to the system via the Request a New Member button. Before requesting a class member be added to the system, please verify the class member is not in the system by using the class member search features, as they could be in the system but unassigned or linked to another Prime or facility. If a user attempts to request a new member be added that is already in the system, comparing RIN and date of birth, the user will be unable to submit the request. Once the request is submitted, users can check the status of requests under Reports, New Member Request. Admin users approve new member requests in the system. Once approved, Prime staff can access a new class member. After adding a class member, the referral from Maximus Outreach can be started by adding a new referral activity on the Cases page. On the class members page, click the Cases button. The Cases button is displayed next to nursing facilities and details. The Cases page will be displayed. Click the New Referral button. The button can be seen below the search section. The new referral form is displayed. Click the Submit button after entering the details for the class member. Some notes on creating a new referral. The Maximus outreach date is the date Maximus completed outreach. It cannot be a future date and is a required field. Prior to December 2024, this was the outreach start date. A new referral source was added for referrals from Maximus starting in 2025. If Maximus is chosen as the referral source above, this required 7-digit Maximus IID field becomes available and should have been provided by Maximus for Primes to input. The referral date is the date the class member was referred to the Prime from Maximus. It cannot be a future date and is a required field. It must be greater than the Maximus outreach date. Creating a new referral outcome. Once a case has been started by adding a new referral, users must also record the outcome of the referral's outreach. This is done by recording the outcome. In the Cases page, the outreach is displayed and the status is set to active by default. Click the New Referral Outcome button for the active case and outreach phase. Once the new referral outcome form pops up, the Maximus outreach and results are pre-populated, so the user only needs to submit the form. Once the Submit button is selected, the class member and case phases will update to assessment. Now let's take a closer look at the Members Details page. The Class Member Details page serves as another home page for member-level activity. Buttons to related areas are provided under the Class Member Details. They include Outreach History, Member Files and Signed Documents, Show Guardian, Informed Consent, CM Notes, Review Requests, and Peer Outreach Notes. The Outreach History button brings you back to the Cases page for that member. Member Files and Signed Documents is where users upload documents for the identified member and/or signatures are recorded. Guardian records can be accessed through Show Guardians. The Informed Consent button provides a printable consent document with the class member's information populated. The next two sections are Notes. The first Notes section is for prime and program use. The second Notes section is for DHS quality monitors to document post-transition visit notes. The next button goes to the Review Requests inbox, filtered for the specific class member. The last link in this section is Peer Outreach Notes, for peer outreach staff to enter their engagement with class members. The class member's current case status is listed under Case Status on the right-hand side of the page. Class member information should be reviewed and updated regularly. The image provided here is a section of the member's information page. Review all information on the page. Only some fields can be edited, for example, date of birth, RIN, and care manager. Any updates to this information must be saved by hitting the Update button on the top or bottom of the page. Additional information regarding the current case can be accessed through the Outreach Activity Details page. This page provides access to additional outreach components, as well as a link to the Quality Review inbox filtered to the selected class member and case. This page is accessible from clicking on Current Activity Details under Outreach. You can return to the class member's details page by clicking on the member's name, as identified here. Phase-related documentation can be accessed from the class member's detail page or the Current Activity Detail page. The class member will automatically be moved into termination 18 months after community move. Additional information regarding requirements for each phase are available in other training modules. On the next few slides, we will be going over some key issues and tips. If you start an activity, such as a service plan, make sure it is completed and finalized. Some documents have required fields indicated by a red asterisk. Ensure all required components are completed. Ensure your work is saved through the available features. In some areas, this is done through Save or Update buttons, while in others, this is done through Add buttons, for example, when you are adding to a list. If you cannot find a class member, expand your search by removing filters and search again. Class members move between facilities and decree. It is possible that the last case documented for the member occurred under a different facility or prime agency. Before adding a new case, verify the current facility is correct and has an admission date. Please note, if the class member has changed facilities but has an open case, This does not always require the case be closed. It's dependent on the member's status. Each member can have multiple cases, but only one can be active at a time. Ensure the class member's details in the secondary information and miscellaneous sections are up to date, including demographics, primary language, and communication needs. The class member's phone number can be updated in the address information. Before the member moves to the community, the address shown is based on the assigned facility. Post-transition, the address comes from the transition notice or the post-transition address change form. Having up-to-date information impacts reporting as well as quality activities that occur, such as UIC-Con Quality of Life Survey and DHS Quality Monitoring visits. A class member becomes frozen in the WebApp when a no longer proceeding is entered for a non-CCMTP discharge, there is an exclusionary review outcome of met criteria, or the class member is assigned to an MCO CTI. If a new case needs to be started, Prime staff must notify UIC to unfreeze the class member and add the new nursing facility and admission date. To view assessments, click on Select Assessment and Show next to the assessment. To go back to the main assessment, click on Select Assessment again and choose the main assessment. Updates such as a change of address, housing status, and incidents can only be placed on the main assessment. To create or view service plans, click on the Service Plan link. Then enter the required information and click the Add button to start a new service plan, or click Details to open the details of an existing service plan. There is also an option to download the service plan and an individualized service plan link that provides the option to print a section of the service plan. For best performance, users must use a consistent, secure internet connection with a current browser such as Firefox, Microsoft Edge, or Google Chrome. Internet Explorer is not recommended and may limit performance. UIC-Con shares a web-based Microsoft Excel sheet with each prime to report issues or request changes for class member accounts. 1 or 2 WebApp users from each prime should be the main contact to report these issues. These shared files should never contain protected health information. When reporting issues on the spreadsheet, complete as many fields as possible and include details that may help process concerns faster. Instead of PHI, such as full names or RINs, please use WebApp identifiers, such as member ID and case ID. You may also include additional IDs, such as the assessment or service plan IDs, if applicable. If you experience a functionality issue, refresh your browser. If the issue persists, clear your cookies, cache, and browsing history and try again. If these steps do not fix the functionality issue, notify UIC via the spreadsheet. Please include context and details, such as which browser is being used, user information, and the steps that led to the issue occurring. Both UIC-Con staff and Prime staff check the WebApp issue tracking sheets frequently and will collaborate to resolve the issues. To determine the status of your submission, check the Excel sheet. UIC-Con may respond with a request for additional details. If there are urgent needs, please contact the UIC-Con Information Management staff member assigned to your agency. Additional resources regarding the CCMT web app are available on the training site, including a copy of the Prime User Manual and how-to videos. Please contact UIC-Con if you have additional questions. Current versions of all comprehensive program policies and forms, as well as educational resources, can be found on the Colbert-Williams training website, managed by the UIC College of Nursing. Any questions can be directed to the Colbert-Williams help desk listed on that site. Thank you for your attention and efforts to ensure safe and successful member transitions.